Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the CW as a whole. Also we've got some Flash casting news that we need to break down. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any DCTV videos later this year. Okay, so leave any theories or video ideas you want to see in the comments below because really there is barely any news and I'm just catching up on this because this came out like a week ago or something like that via TV line, and this is the sort of rankings for the CW and how it did in the full season, so the first section of their sort of airing of the new year. Well, not the new year, you know, the new sort of start of their seasons. Okay, so yeah, we're going to talk about this, talk about how the DCTV shows have done, and how and if we should be worried about any of this, and is this a good or bad sign for the shows. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the best performing DCTV show for the CW is of course The Flash, and The Flash is easily the most watched show. It's at about 2.5 million normally. It sort of goes up and down around there, but it's always consistently the highest rated show. And via these sort of recordings on this table, they include a live +7 rating, and I'm not entirely sure what this all means apart from, you know, they've been ranked and there is comparisons between these numbers, but there is a big jump. It's at 0.94 and then the one below is 0.59. That is a humongous jump. So you can obviously tell that The Flash is really, you know, the CW's real gem, and season 6 has been very good. It's been very consistent as far as I can recall. I don't, you know, look at the ratings every week as per se, but I try and check them out whenever I can. And basically, you know, no worries about The Flash. The Flash is never getting cancelled. It does so well for the CW that they would never cancel it. They could end it, but that's down to the actors really. And, you know, if Grant wants to go, pretty sure he would talk to, you know, the showrunners and maybe they agree. Maybe we should end The Flash. But I think we're pretty safe, definitely for a season 7. I think season 8 we should be fine. And then we'll have to wait and see. It's all about if Grant wants to continue or not, because, you know, he is the main lead of the show. I believe that the CW actors have like a sort of contract for about 7 seasons, and then it's whether or not you want to continue. So like over on Arrow, Steven, I think he signed on for 1 more season, so they got to season 8, and then they were like, okay, we've done this for however many years, we're on season 8, maybe let's end this. Maybe this is a good time to end this, and that's what they wanted to do. But I believe that The Flash is going to go on further, and I think maybe it's due to the age of Grant. Grant's still very young, he's still only 29, still in his 20s, so he's got a long while, and I think, you know, he's probably going to stick around for a bit longer than Steven. That's not all down to age or anything like that. That's just my perception of what I think that Grant's going to do. I think Grant's just going to, you know, stick it out a bit longer. So, number 2 for the CW is Batwoman. So, season 1 performed pretty well for them, and it seems like we're pretty safe for a season 2. And maybe this is due to it being a new show, and obviously, you know, it's got Supergirl that comes after it, so maybe people will tune in, they're like, Batwoman's on, then we'll just go on straight to watch Supergirl after that, so maybe that like sort of benefited it. And yeah, so it's surprisingly done very well. I was kind of surprised when I saw this, but you know, this is the full ratings. It's obviously nowhere near the same as The Flash, but it's still pretty good, and it's done very good for the Sunday slot for the CW, so I think the CW are very happy with it, and it's the second most watched series on the CW currently right now, so you know, I think they're very happy with it, and you know, it's definitely going to stick around for a season 2. I believe it will probably go on for about 5-6 seasons. It could go on longer, but I think Batwoman's very safe right now. Then Riverdale comes after, 3rd on the list. Obviously not a DCTV show, so we won't go into that. But what comes after is number 4 is Supergirl season 5, which is tied with Supernatural season 15. And it's very, very close as in regards to the ratings with Batwoman and Riverdale. So, you know, it's pretty much neck and neck. You know, the Supergirl ratings, Batwoman ratings, they sort of fluctuate up and down a little bit. And so even in this latest time slot on a Sunday, which is, you know, not a very good time slot, that's very competitive. I believe there is American football on at the same time. And obviously you've got Batwoman before, so maybe they sort of help each other. I don't know how it works, but season 5 is doing pretty well, and yes, it has dipped below its normal ratings every now and again this season and last season. It's still very, very solid, and Supergirl is not going to get cancelled anytime, and that's because it's actually a big earner for the CW. It's a really big earner for them. I believe last year it did the best in terms of adverts for the CW, and that's mainly how they get the money to make these shows and to continue on doing what they're doing. So Supergirl is very, very successful, and yes, the ratings may drop every now and again and people start to freak out, but you guys should be pretty safe about that. You should be, you know, it's 4th. It's not at the bottom, it's very much so at the top, and it's not in the middle. It's pretty good, and I think Supergirl is very, very safe right now for a season 6. I think we'll definitely see that, and I think Supergirl, depending on Melissa, like with The Flash, I think it could go on longer than Arrow, same with The Flash, so we'll have to wait and see, but it's safe, no cancellations in sight. Number 5 is Legacies, and then following that is Arrow. So Arrow is number 6 for the CW. Season 8 is doing pretty well. It's the final season. It's obviously not doing the ratings that it used to do, and it's not getting cancelled or anything. They're ending it, and it's the final season. They've chosen to end it, and I don't think that's down to it not having as good ratings as it used to. And if you look at the chart in regards to some of the other shows, as I said, I don't really fully understand the Live +7 rating, but if you do look at that, you can see that it's still in the 50s, in the 0.5s, and it's got 0.52, and it's got a -13% change, so it's pretty good for them. And you know what, it has been a very successful show because it's kicked off the whole Arrowverse. It got them their highest rated show of all time, The Flash. What it does is insane in terms of numbers. We got Batwoman coming in at number 2, we've got Supergirl above it, and obviously we got Black Lightning as well, and Legends is returning. So it's sparked all these shows and it's made them a lot of money. And you know, it's been a great show for the most part, apart from season 4 and maybe season 3 a little bit. It's been a good run and it's doing pretty decently now. So yeah. Then we got Black Lightning at number 8. And Black Lightning is currently the lowest show that is on. Obviously Legends is not on right now, but it's the lowest show in regards to the DCTV shows, and it's currently, you know, I think it's pretty decently doing alright, but it's not doing that well. And its first season not being paired with another superhero series, it's sort of having to sort of fare for its own. But if you look at its actual ratings in terms of millions in, you know, the viewers, it's not over 1 million, and it hasn't been so for quite a while. You know, I think, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for 7 episodes it hasn't been over 1 million, but it's been pretty consistent, you know, 900,000, 800,000, dipping to a low point of about 700,000. And then if you look at Arrow's ratings, which, you know, on the list Arrow is just a little bit above. Yeah, for the mid-season finale it went up to 900,000, but we had a few weeks of 600,000, and yeah, occasionally we do get that 1 million mark, which obviously boosts it above Black Lightning. But to be honest, Black Lightning's pretty consistent, so I wouldn't say there is too much worry. I think that Black Lightning is safe for now. I think it will definitely get a new season next season, but I mean, if it continues to go down even further, maybe it's in a little bit of trouble, but you know, it's fine for now. And Legends, I think Legends is again similar to Black Lightning. If it continues to go down in this new season in terms of ratings, maybe it's in a little bit of danger because it didn't do too well for it last season, too well for the CW. Maybe it's just not worth it in the end, paying so much money, because Legends cost a lot to make. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's in some danger, maybe it's not. But anyway, so let's move on to talk about the last thing. And so The Flash has cast Sue Dearborn, who has been talked about since the end of last season, and this has been sort of Ralph's mission this whole season. Even though Ralph hasn't been such a big character, we finally got who is going to be playing Sue Dearborn on The Flash. If you don't know, in the comics, Sue Dibney is her name, and she becomes Ralph's wife and girlfriend. And so yeah, we've got the official casting. Natalie Dreyfus is going to be playing the role, and she was on the CW once with the originals, so the CW love to bring back their own actors, so this isn't surprising. I've only watched a few episodes of the originals and I don't know her acting work, so I can't really comment upon that. However, you know, I'm excited to see whatever happens here. I'm guessing she's going to pop up probably, you know, around episode 15 or something like that. So that's probably going to happen and be a little side story for Ralph to do, but it's not going to be a main story. But yeah, I thought I would include this in the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe, turn on notifications as we try and reach 100,000 subscribers. So I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.